Hi, welcome to this video tutorial. This video will show you how to export and import object server user using NCO OS report utility. The prerequisites are Netcool Omnibus 8.1 Fixpack 5 Linux OS. When adding a new object server to an environment, there are only two object server user created, the root and nobody user. Creating object server user is done easily from the NCO SQL command line or from the Netcool administrator for a one-by-one user creation. However, if you need to create 100 users, that can be a tedious task. Below are the steps to export users from another object server and import the user into a new object server. The important point to note here is these steps to completely override the user information in the new object server, including user passwords. The object server root user password will not be affected. Be sure to back up the object server database prior to making any changes. Normally, we can use the NCO OS report utility to perform the following task. Export the configuration of an object server to a series of SQL files that can be input into a new object server created by running the NCO db init command. By exporting the contents of an object server to SQL files, you can create a copy of the object server on different operating system than the source object server. You can view and modify the SQL files before using them to create a new object server. You can also use the files to archive the object server content in a form that is independent of operating system consideration. Additionally, you can use the exported SQL files to submit the contents of the object server in a human-readable form to a support team. Export the contents of object server tables to an HTML file to capture a snapshot of an object server configuration. For example, to submit the configuration to a support team. You can export the contents of object server tables to an XML file that can be used for programming. I'm going to export this vanity and just users from source object server called ncoms to the destination object server called role. First, backup both old and new object server database from NCO SQL or the administrator interface. Issue alter system backup full directory path command to take a backup of the database. From omnibus bin folder on the old object server, run the command NCO OS report by specifying the directory path and old object server name and then current real. This will create a several SQL file. In the next step, copy the security.sql file to the new object server. After copying the security.sql file, load the security.sql file using the NCO SQL on the new object server from the folder omnihome bin. In the next step, copy the security.sql file into the new object server. Finally, I have imported both object server via NCO config and verified that the user vanity and just has been successfully imported from old object server to new object server. For any default object server users, groups or roles which already exist in the new object server, an error will be reported and the user group role will not be changed. For more information, please visit IBM Knowledge Center or www.developer.ibm.com. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video from the IBM Academies. We really appreciate your feedback, so please feel free to use the comments box below. If you enjoyed this video, we would love you to check the thumbs up button. We have added several helpful links to the comments box which will take you straight to our blogs and other videos. Thanks again for watching.